So what do you see on the screen? Let me quickly calibrate on what you see and what I see so that. Chapter 15, fantastic. So we are all on the same page. Change management, handling resistant to change, solution selection matrix, cost benefit analysis, piloting solutions, planning implementation, and transitioning. Okay. How many of you are excited to learn? Type ETL in the chat box if you are excited to learn. In the improve phase, it's mostly a little bit of theoretical. There are no rocket science tools in the improve phase. Okay, great. Solution selection matrix, right. So solution selection matrix is an analytical tool that lets the team propose and rank the solutions for any root causes identified in analyze phase. Okay, so in the analyze phase, we have analyzed the problem and we have analyzed what is causing the problem. Okay, if it is clear, on a scale of 1 to 10, please give me a 9 or 10. We have analyzed what is causing the problem. What is the cause of a problem? Now, every cause, for every cause, there might be a root cause. For some cause, there might be a root cause. For every cause, there is an effect, and to reduce every cause, there is a solution. How many of you are clear about this? Type SC, super clear in the solution in the chat box. So we are talking about causes, effect, and solution. Causes, effect, and solution. For every cause, there is an effect. That effect is called as a problem. Okay, let me correct myself. Undesirable effect is called as a problem. All of you type UDE in the chat box. Undesirable effect is called as a problem. So if there is an undesirable effect, there is a cause, and we need to attack the causes so that when we can reduce the impact of the causes or when we can eliminate those causes, there are two things in the causes. The frequency of occurrence, how many times this cause is coming and hitting us, or even if it is coming less number of times, how impactful it is. How many of you understood what I said? Type US understood in the chat box. With that, I'll proceed further. Right. Okay. So with that, now in the analyze phase, we have found out those causes for that effect, that undesirable effect, that problem. So these causes are many in number. For every causes, you need to find out that possibility to reduce two things, either the frequency of occurrence of those causes or reduce the impact of the causes, or both. Okay, now with that, in the improve phase of the DMAT process, we start brainstorming solutions, which is primarily generating ideas for addressing the root cause identified in the analyze phase, rank those based on effectiveness, feasibility, and cost. Okay. All of you type, okay, actually we first put effectiveness. Okay, I'll put EFC. All of you put EFC in the chat box. EFC in the chat box. Okay, first we love to see whether the solutions are effective or not. Then we see whether it is feasible to implement the solution or not. Feasibility, okay, whether we have the resources, etc. We'll talk about it. And whether the cost is the value for money or not. Okay, whether we can really get that savings when we invest that cost or not. Okay, all right. Now, then we prioritize and select. We use a sort of analytical ranking to determine which is the, and we are going to actually, I'm going to share with you one template which you can use to really do that. Okay, and then pilot solutions. Conduct beta test for all the rollouts, collect data, validate effectiveness, and verify the effectiveness using statistical analysis. And then we do the planning and implementation of the solution on a larger scale. Okay, if this slide is clear, type super clear SC in the chat box before I move on to the next slide. And whatever I'm sharing is very common sense, but what is more important for you is to take a lot of notes and be focused for the next 30 minutes now, because this is one time that you have committed this time. So it is better that you take a lot of notes, because you will not get this time again. The problem is not these are all complicated. The problem is, we don't get time to learn this. Okay, now that you have dedicated your time, let us do. Okay, what is solution selection matrix? It is very, very simple. You just have to assemble the team. You have to list all the possible causes and solutions. And then you need to, there is something called as your weightage and ranking and stuff like that. I will share with you. And then you determine the scores and then select the best solution and implementation. Okay, this is not complicated. So an analytical tool used to propose and rank solutions for the root cause identified in the analyze phase. It enables team to focus on impactful solutions. It also considers timeline, resources, and project scope. I'll give you an example so that you'll be very clear. Okay, and encourages a collaboration among the team members and subject matter experts and stakeholders, and helps secure support from sponsors and leadership before implementation. So when you do it in a particular structure under this template and involve concerned people and get proper approvals, then the implementation will be seamless and you can sustain the results. Okay, why do we use this solution matrix? Very, very simple. Let me list a few things. It ensures realistic and process aligned solutions. It allows the team to prioritize the solution based on cost, feasibility, and effectiveness. We have seen that, and address multiple root causes if needed, and facilitates decision making for either partial or full implementation of solutions. Okay, since it's just theoretical and common sense, I'm just going a little faster. I hope this is okay with you. If it is okay with you, just put a thumbs up in the chat box, because normally I don't rush through the presentations. I actually go faster if it is just theoretical. I don't like reading the presentations. Okay, and this is just a knowledge that I'm imparting. You can take notes, you can take screenshots. Okay, now question answer. How many of you are ready for the question answer? Type ready in the chat box. Let us go through the question answer. I'm going to ask you a simple question just to engage you. Okay, fantastic. All right. Question is, what is the primary purpose of solution selection matrix in Six Sigma project? What is the primary purpose? Is it to evaluate team performance? Is it to rank and prioritize solutions for identified root causes? Is it to define project timelines? Or is it to document stakeholder feedback? Very simple, right? Because I just explained in the last slide. All right, so congratulations to all of you who have typed D. Please give yourself a lot of chocolates, ice creams for this right answer. And let's go to the steps to create the solution selection matrix. All right, let's get into this a little faster. See, it has got a template like this. How many of you want this template so that you can have it handy and ready? Just type want in the chat box. I will share the template with you. Don't worry. Okay, simple template, but I made it for you. Why you have to do it again, right? So I will share this template with you, not to worry. In the next couple of slides, before next couple of slides, I'll share the template with you. Now, you can use the same template immediately. Very simple template, but you can save that time. You know, it will take you 10 minutes, 15 minutes to make this template, but I'll share with you. Okay, first step is define problem statement. Okay, just all of you type number 1 DPS in the chat box. Number 1 DPS in the chat box. Define problem statement. Okay, so use to finalize statement from define or measure phase. Okay, we have actually finalized the statement in the project charter define phase. Okay, the second is list priority root causes. Okay, you can say that you can talk about LRC. You can type LRC. Second is list root causes. Okay, validated root cause, VRC. In fact, validated root cause is the correct one, VRC. List the validated root causes. That's number 2. You can have it in the second column. Okay, And these root causes are validated from the analyze phase. We are now in the improve phase. Now brainstorm solutions. Okay, I talk about potential solutions. So the third one is PS, potential. You can even type BPS, brainstorm potential solutions. Okay, so potential solutions has to be record all the viable solutions without analysis during brainstorming. Okay, you have to brainstorm all the potential solutions. Now we have got practical method here, and we have got effectiveness, feasibility, cost benefit here, overall, and take action here. Now let us go into the next step, which is identify implementation methods. Okay, all of you type IIM in the chat box. IIM. Identify implementation methods. What do I mean by this? You have to document practical methods for executing each and every solution. Okay, and then rate solutions or rank solutions. Okay, first rating. RS rating, and we said effectiveness, feasibility, and cost benefit, right? Effectiveness, we said EFC, right? Effectiveness. That's why I asked you to type, though I've written cost, effectiveness, and feasibility, I asked you to type EFC because that's generally the order that we do. EFC. What is EFC? Effectiveness. Impact. I've highlighted. Okay, impact on resolving the root causes. What is resolving the root causes? Either you eliminate the root causes or at least reduce the impact of that, or reduce the occurrence of that. Okay. The second is feasibility. Feasibility is what is the effort that is required, what is the resources that is required. And third one is cost benefit. When you say cost benefit, it's not high or low cost, but it is cost versus saving. It is cost versus saving. If this is clear on a scale of 1 to 10, please give me a 9 or 10 if it is super, super clear. Very, very important. And then calculate the overall score. Somebody has typed 1000. Who is that? Vikas Gupta ji. Very good, Vikas Gupta ji. Great. Fantastic. Michelle Joshi, thank you for being here today also. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. Now we need to multiply. Once you give a number, we have to multiply all the three. So what's the maximum number if you get for this one? What is the maximum number you can possibly get? 1000, right? 10 into 10 into 10. What is the minimum number you will get? What's the minimum? Yeah, 1 is the minimum number, not 0. Okay. 1 into 1 into 1. Okay. So that's a minimum number. Okay, awesome. So thank you for the active participation, and then we will prioritize. Okay, the quiz question now is the quiz question. Quiz time. Who should be included during the brainstorming of the solutions selection matrix? Okay, now before I show you the answer, I want you to type the answer. Let's see how many of you type. All stakeholders. Fantastic, Ravi. Fantastic. Okay, so the 4 possible options are black belt leaders only, the entire team, subject matter experts, stakeholders, financial auditors, those sponsored. Which is the best answer? Is B, right? The correct answer is the team of the entire team in the Six Sigma project, plus subject matter experts, plus the stakeholders, if any. Awesome. All right. Now, I'll share with you this solution selection matrix, and then I'll come back to the slide. Just a moment. Let me put this. Let me quickly take the link of this, copy it here, and see whether I can paste it in the chat box. Okay, so I have just typed the link. Let's see how many of you are able to open this. There'll be a lot of people who would be fighting to open this. Okay, share this and then come to this Google. Okay, what I'll do is, I think you can also make a copy of this. I will allow you to make a copy of this. Okay, view here, done. Okay, I'll allow you to make a copy of this. So you can actually go here and make a copy if you want the template of this. Okay, so in the template you see here a problem statement, the validated root cause, the potential solutions, and practical methods. That is the different options of implementing the solutions. Then you go for effectiveness, feasibility, and cost benefit overall. Okay, if this is clear, type super clear in the chat box if it is clear. And some of you might find it difficult to open because Google is thinking a lot of us are collaborating. It will allow only few people to collaborate. There is a limitation on collaboration. So if you don't worry, I'll share this later also. Okay. Okay. Now, if you see here, there is a first sheet. There is also a second sheet. In the second sheet, I've given a example of the medical field, and I've taken a very simple example where some medical facility is experiencing a high rate of claim denials. Okay. Now the claims are not being filled in a timely manner due to the need to chase the documentation for the claim. That is a root cause. Now this is a potential solution. That is, they require a reception staff to collect the necessary patient demographics during the office visit, require patient to sign up for the email and portal access to communicate about the need for additional. I'm not actually, I don't want to read this, but still you can read this and understand this. Require clinical staff, create follow-up claims and all that, and some solutions here. Okay. Program system require entry of data and require email address, program system, and all that stuff, whatever it is. But my focus is not on what they have written, because unless you are a subject matter expert, you can't endorse what is written. Okay. But my focus is on this. Okay. You have to multiply this and this and this. That's my focus. Okay. You have to multiply this, this, and this. Okay. If this is clear, type SC, super clear in the chat box. That is the whole thing. Now, obviously, which one do you implement first? Which number is highest? Which one would you implement first? Which one do you implement first? Obviously 490, okay? Somebody has put 245, obviously 490, the highest score. And the second one is 245. And the other things, you need not take any action because that impact is very less. And also it says the cost benefit is not very high, okay? And the effectiveness is very low in one of the things, okay? 3 number, all right? And it's not feasible. Feasibility is very less in both of the cases, okay? So if this is useful, valuable, whatever that you felt, please put it in the chat box so that I'll feel happy for having made this template for you, okay? This is a simple template, but I just wanted to make sure that, you have a copy of this so that it'll be easier for you to use this quickly instead of you having to make this, okay? So coming back to our presentation, let me quickly explain this. Now that you have the template, okay, thank you very much. Okay. So I hope you are seeing the slide again. Type yes in the chat box if you're seeing the slide again. All right. Okay, thank you very much. So we have seen this example. You can also use the template to check it. The case study here that we are talking about is medical claims denial due to timely filling issues. And the root cause identifier is claims billing staff lacked proper information on time, possible solutions in front desk, okay, possible solutions in patient email or portal system, and possible solutions from clinical documentation part of it, and possible solutions from dedicated staff for claims. And for each of them, we have given a score. For front desk collection, we have given a score for effectiveness and feasibility based on the discussions. And for the patient email system, we have given feasibility and impact. And for clinical documentation, we have spoken about effectiveness. And for dedicated staff, we have spoken about. Can you think of, now that you have learned here, how many of you can use this template, take a case, and do this solution selection matrix in your improvement? Type I can in the chat box. How many of you can? Type I can in the chat box. The more I can I see, I will feel happy that I've shared something valuable with you. Thank you, each and every one of you who can, because when you believe you can, you can. So question and answer, okay? Thank you very much. So let's get into question answer. And the people who wanted a green belt certification, yellow belt certification, please come to my upcoming webinar where I'll tell you, where I'll first explain you about all the certification procedures, whether it will be useful to you, you determine, and then you take your decision. Okay. Okay. The question here is, which column of solutions selection matrix is used to enter problem statement? Which column is used to enter the problem statement? I'm going to go in first column. Fantastic. Okay. Second column, first column, third column, last column. Okay. First column. Okay. Very good. So we start with the problem. That is what I wanted to communicate here. That's why this question. Okay. Otherwise, it's not a big rocket science question, but it's important to start. Before we go to the solution, we start with the problem first. Okay. So the key takeaways is the solution 4 was ranked the highest due to targeted impact and ease of implementation, and solution 1 also implemented to support and enhance solution 4. The teams must balance feasibility, impact, and resource allocation and not unnecessarily spend your time on something that doesn't add value. That is why this framework gives you a nice step-by-step template. It also makes sure that you involve all the stakeholders. It also ensure that all our solutions are brainstormed. It is also ensured that we have a consensus based on a scientific method of ranking system to arrive to implement solutions. And it also ensures that we take the approval of the particular sponsors of this project before we implement, so that suddenly top management do not come and say, hey, why did you implement this? Okay. So the question answer. What is the significance of feasibility rating in a solution selection matrix? Just let's see a few words in the chat box. What is the significance of feasibility rating in the solution selection matrix? Okay, let's okay, feasibility is measures how effective the solution is at addressing root causes. It evaluates cost benefit ratios of the solution. It measures the effort or resources required to implement, and it assesses the team consensus on the solution. Yeah, C is the right answer. Feasibility means whether it is practically possible. If the effort is too much, or the resources deployed is going to be too much, then we say it's not feasible. Okay. If it is clear, type SC, super clear in the chat box. Let's ask another question. All right, awesome. Let me ask you another question. What is done with solutions that require large expenditure or impact areas outside the project scope? What is done with the solutions that require large expenditures? They are automatically implemented. They require sponsorship or leadership approval before implementation. They are ignored. They are prioritized over all other solutions. This is a little bit introspective and tricky question. See, you see two different answers, right? Okay, they require sponsorship or leadership council approval because though they know it is costing them, but the impact might be more, it might be feasible, but it costs more. So the sponsors or leaders will evaluate whether the savings that we get is worth spending that money and decide on that. Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you very much. And then what is the benefit of this? So the benefit is aligned with project goals, prioritize impactful actions, encourages data-driven decision-making. Very important. This is the most important, data-driven decision-making. All of you type DDDM, okay? Triple DM, okay? DDDM. Very, very important thing to know, okay? And provides a structured framework for, see that, the structured framework for team collaboration and leadership engagement. Very important. Awesome. So the tips. So make sure you engage all relevant stakeholders during brainstorming and ensure solutions are within the project scope. Very, very important. Solutions are within the project scope and it's realistic, and use the matrix as a live document. You can always, refine this and seek leadership approval when you make it significant changes. Conclusions are: solution selection matrix is a critical tool in the improve phase of DMAC. It ensures the selected solutions are impactful, feasible, and aligned with business goals. And collaboration, analysis, and structured decision making are key to success. All right. So if you found today's session interesting, useful, fantastic, awesome, you can type whatever you want.